Hey, hi, my name is Leyla. I am gender and education expert, and I'm happy to greet you in this course, Teach and Share. The comics that I'm describing today is Princeless. The comics is about a girl who wants to be a hero herself. So I think that this comics is a great start for you because it discusses what a girl can do or cannot do, because in most of Disney movies we see the girls or princes who are waiting for them to be saved, and this Princess Adrian wants to save herself and her sisters, which is, I guess, a great story. So while reading this comics, I was thinking that this comics is taking everything upside down. So it takes the plot upside down, so the girl saves herself. The second thing is the race, of course, because this princess is not like a white, blonde with blue eyes, but she is black. And also she finds another girl who wants to help her. So this is a great team. And after reading these comics, I also reflected on the things like gender. So what is gender and what is the difference of gender and sex? As you see, the Adrian shows that in her case she's a girl, but she wants to be different. So what is it for a girl to be different? It means to be a hero for herself, to do her fate for her own. So not to wait for someone or for a prince to make her fate. And other thing is about her brother too, who is also a little bit, let's say, different, because he is more into arts and science rather than power or armors and other things, which are considered mostly boyish. So what can I say? This comics is really, really different, and I guess after reading it you can think of your identity. Who are you? What is girlish or boyish for you? So, and do you do something different? I would recommend this comics to everyone, really. Not only to teenagers, but for their parents too. Because mostly parents say that if you are a girl, you should be this way. If you are a boy, then you should behave in different way. Maybe after reading this comics, they will understand that this is something like of social construct, which is something that society expects of you because of your gender, but not about identity of your child. So whether this is a girl or this is a boy, every one of us has its own identity, and I guess your gender shouldn't be somehow bordered to it. Being honest, I'm not a huge fan of comics, but after this course and after reading this comics, I see that comics is really different than just another book. Why? Because there are lots of cartoons, and looking at them you should be more attentive as a person. And being honest, I'm not the most attentive person. And maybe if I read more comics books, then I could be more attentive to details and more develop more my visual thinking. This is a good thing. The most exciting part for me in this book was maybe about Adrian's deal with the dragon. So they were like a kind of enemies, but after finding another enemy or common solution, they understood that they are both oppressed under another enemy and they should strike together. And I guess this is a very good case of very good communication skills of Adrian. So sometimes you may think that someone is really enemy for you, but if you find a common ground, you can become a good team. I guess being a girl or a woman in most parts of the world is always as a story of standing for yourself, because you always should prove that you can do not less but sometimes even more than your men colleagues. So this is mostly shown in our education or in our work, but anyways, I guess for me, both in business and in my private life, it was always defending my position by showing that I can do this, and I think that this was a long strike. When I was a student at university, I had a very interesting story. I ran for presidency of the student council, and at this run nobody expected me to win because I was a girl, and everybody would say that you are a very good person and good candidate, but most probably you will lose, so then don't take it personally. And I thought that as much as I have lower chances just because I'm a girl, I should strike more. So in order to win, I should do smarter strategies. And after doing this more smarter campaign, I won. So what I can say about this story is that yes, sometimes being a woman is harder and more challenging. But if you do some smarter strategies, you can win. And dear boys, I know that being a boy is also a challenging thing because you are always expected to be strong, masculine, and think only about war and power. But sometimes you might be thinking or more interested in science, in dance, or arts. So whatever it is, I think that you should look into yourself and try to find your identity and understand that social expectations are just outer thing, and the most valuable thing is what you can do and what you can think of.